Water, the source of life. Without water, there is no life. Hand pump equipped boreholes are a major source of water supply for rural communities. However, Africa has also become the graveyard for broken hand pumps. Often, hand pumps break down due to lack of proper technology transfer. Communities are not adequately trained on the repair and maintenance of pumps, and spare parts are not usually readily available. In Swaziland, the situation is no different. More often than not, incorrect pump selection has also brought misery to rural folks. Even when communities are willing to pay for the maintenance costs, these spare parts are not readily available, and when they are available, the pumps break down too often due to incorrect hand pump choice. Swaziland has about 3,000 hand pumps installed, but around 40% are not working, causing hardships as people are forced to share water with their livestock while also walking long distances. The primary reason for these high failure rates is insufficient attention given to operation and maintenance of the pump, and a mismatch between the pump technology, the water environment, and the capacity of users to maintain the systems. The regular breakdown of pumps has driven some communities to resort to unsafe water sources. They spend large amounts of money on pump maintenance only to find the hand pump not working for long.
Imali nje sesiyimoshile seyengcile kubo 7,000 solo sizama ukuthi iyalungiswa iyafa.
Besiphethe kahle kodwa besiphethe kabi ngoba simoshakalelwe ngilokunengi kuyo. Ngesimangasani isheshe ife kuthiwe kukhona la yaphambana khona bese sesiyamoshakalelwa imali kanti ivela siyinto lesingenayo.
The rate at which pumps were breaking down in the past led to communities losing faith and trust in water committees, sometimes accusing them of squandering their hard-earned money.
Beyimasima kakhulu impilo ngangokuba bebangenayo inkolelo nalabantu labahlala kule ndawo lena kade sebasenkingeni kakhulu bayijena ukuthi sidla imali ngendlela le wrong. So vele nje beyigcina sesicabanisa sodwana siyi-community.
Imagine if we lived in a perfect world where manufacturers would consult end users on suggested improvements in pump design. This would lead to more improved hand pumps. For me and you, we can always be sure water will be running from our taps. However, in rural areas, they are not so sure. Each day is a challenge to get the water they need for drinking and washing. Today, it's common practice to place a pump in a village to provide water. And in no time, the pump stops working and nobody is able to fix it, leaving the communities without water again. Then, after some time, you have a large amount of broken pumps. How can we change this and provide a reliable service? A service where we know how many liters of water each person gets a day. A quality service where we know the water is not polluted. Accessibility. How long does it take to get water? This includes waiting in line. Reliability. How many days is the pump actually working? Water should be a given, not a gift. Having in mind the fact that water is a basic human right, IRD Swaziland, with funding from USAID, has come up with a revolutionary model that will ensure sustainability and the transfer of technology. The first step was to identify the right technology. This led to the blue pump being the pump of choice, simply due to its robust design. Unlike all other hand pumps, with the blue pump, maintenance requirements are extremely low. Durability also lies in the design. Unlike normal pumps, the piston does not have any rubber seals which often need regular replacement, and a further plus factor is that the robust bearings are self-lubricating. Add to this its ability to pump water comfortably at even around 100 meters in depth. You then have a true workhorse with a life expectancy of around 25 years under normal circumstances. As a testimony to the durability of the blue pump, Since 2009, IRD Swaziland has had only 9% of minor breakdowns without the requirement of spare parts.
To sustain these pumps, we proposed a new maintenance model. And in this model, we brought in private sectors and also government sector, so that after this project phase out, the communities will have the necessary maintenance support.
What is the operation and maintenance model? Well, there are three major phases making up this model. The project planning and design phase. Then there's the implementation phase, and lastly, the operation and maintenance phase. This is where we see the establishment of the management for the maintenance support system and provision of technical support. A typical maintenance support system looks like this. For this model to be sustainable, the management of the support system is key. IRD Swaziland has teamed up with government and private sector stakeholders to formulate a detailed maintenance support system which tackles issues of appropriate pump selection, maintenance, support and training plans, resulting in an improved life cycle management of hand pumps.
We brought in Soko Insele and Standard Bank. Standard Bank is supporting the communities by allowing them to open an account which is called a pure saving accounts with no bank charges. So it is a great assistance from a Standard Bank side. From Soko Insele side, this is a very important partners because these are the groups which are going to take the bigger responsibility of the maintenance support system. From the government side, the Ministry of Natural Resource and Energy and also the Ministry of Tinkundla will provide also the necessary support.
Central to the maintenance of the hand pumps is the water brigade, consisting of trained technicians from nearby communities. Should there be a breakdown, the water brigade get on their bikes and in an instant the problem is attended to. What makes this system future-proof is that through a public-private partnership, water brigade members are kept within their communities through employment provided by local businesses. Even if IRD were to leave, by having this local solution in place, the hand pumps will continue filling buckets of water well into the future. Thanks to the partnership between the Government of Swaziland through the Ministry of Natural Resources and Energy and the Ministry of Tinkundla Administration. Fairwater Boerder Incorporated, who are the manufacturers of the blue pump. Nsogomsele, a local business, has its roots in the farming industry. Using the reservoir of management expertise at their disposal puts them in pole position for providing management services. They can call on their vast experience in the pump and irrigation field and general management as well, as they already have trained technicians working on the farms who can also assist nearby communities with maintenance expertise should the need arise. Communities often entrust a member of the water committee to keep the monthly contributions towards the maintenance of the hand pumps. Being human and having needs, there is always the ever-lurking temptation of using the funds. Standard Bank Swaziland have taken a bold step by allowing water committees to open bank accounts with no service charge at all. Here, their hard-earned monies will remain safe and will be available to pay for maintenance costs when the need arises. Children are now spending more time at school and not in hospital due to waterborne diseases. This model will ensure Swaziland meets the Millennium Development Goals and is also in line with His Majesty's 2022 vision.
We want, as a government, to meet the Millennium Development Goal, particularly in the water sector. That we have to have the population without access to potable water by 2015. IRG is a very important partner in the provision of potable water. for our rural community. We cannot achieve the Millennium Development Goal number 7 without their intervention, their support, like in other NGOs. It's very, very, very important, and we think we can only achieve that if we work together with them, as we are doing at the moment.
Nsogomsele must be applauded for partnering with local communities around the area where they do business. The challenge is for other businesses countrywide to adopt the same stance. After all, the neighboring communities also become clients to the local businesses. This becomes an effective social responsibility program, providing meaningful assistance to local communities.
The most important thing for us is to make sure that the good work done by companies such as IRD is to make sure that it's sustainable. And we've seen people suffer in our area, and we know that it's important that we get sustainable solutions. It's all very easy for guys coming in, putting up a pump and then leaving again. So the partnership for us is very important, because we would like to see people have a better life in our area. We'd like to see work, and we're very happy to see work done on the ground where it really matters. A lot of people talk about these things, but very few people actually get it into play. IRD has done a fantastic job, I think, to get where they are up to now, Yeman and his team, and we would like to see that continue. Even if IRD is no longer here or their project stops, we want the work to carry on.
Nsogomsele boasts the necessary expertise and is committed to seeing neighboring communities have access to clean drinking water.
Understanding that there's a requirement, both from a societal point of view and an environmental point of view, Nsogomsele has been looking for an opportunity to make a huge difference and make a massive impact in the region. Now, this project, along with others, encourages the most fundamental requirement for communities, and that is fresh water. And we understand that there's a massive requirement and a huge, let's call it a problem in the region of accessing fresh water. And since we're agriculturalists, we understand water. We're very affair with the maintenance and the controls of these operations. What we've done is we've taken a team of young guys who are currently employed within our businesses, and we've had them trained on the job with the IRD, with their current technicians, and we will be employing the IRD technicians on an ongoing basis to ensure that the expertise and the experience to maintain these boreholes and these installations is sustainable.
It is very, very important, because we are trying to maintain our rural water supply scheme, and we feel that this will enable the communities to be capacitated so that they can maintain their rural water supply schemes. This is very, very important.
A special thanks goes to USAID, who are the funders of the IRD Swaziland program. Without their support, many communities would not have access to potable water. Communities no longer suffer from waterborne diseases, and they don't have to travel long distances to collect water. Through their continued support of the Kingdom of Swaziland, rural communities are breaking the shackles of poverty, using water as a weapon.